And we are back. Greetings again. I know I'm way behind, but it seemed like a good time to make a video. And the rest of the time, well, not so good. So, today's video, as you have probably seen, is going to be talking about the basics of running a civilization. And this truly will be a very basic concept, but a concept that for some odd reason the governments of the West appear to have forgotten. And everything rests on a very simple one concept. You must reward a good citizen. Now, reward implies something given, or something given back. The absence of punishment is not a reward. So let's start with that. Human nature is such to where people will do pretty much what they are incentivized to do. No human being is born with a moral compass. Simply put, no one knows the right thing to do from the wrong thing to do from birth. Those values are given to us, often on a very slow process, by either society, or our parents, or friends, or the stories that we grow up hearing. And at the moment, many people do not have good families. Friends are oftentimes atomized and only seen through a screen, or heard through a microphone. Families, well, already covered that one. And society is just, well, it's just not what it used to be. So we have no values as humans, to start. And this is, of course, evidenced by the fact that there are so many people with so many different values. Usually they get them from the sources that I just listed. But typically speaking, the way that you get these values ingrained in you is that you are rewarded for doing things that the people around you consider good, and you are punished for the things that people consider to be bad. Therefore, you are incentivized to do the right thing. So let us use the current Chaz, the autonomous zone, where all those people have been camping out for a little while. That's basically all it is that they're really doing, camping out and killing people. Not exactly my idea of having a good time, but, you know, differences. So basically, got a ton of onion juice in my eyes. So basically, the problem is here is that the Chaz Autonomous Zone was more or less just left to its own devices for a short period of time. Actually, quite a long period of time. If somebody catches another person doing a crime, typically speaking, the authorities respond as soon as they hear of it. Hopefully, in theory. This entire Chaz Autonomous Zone, people have been being assaulted, they've been raped, they've been killed, they've been shot, they've been beaten, they have been stolen from. And the police have done absolutely nothing for weeks. Why? That is a very good question. Typically speaking, as a society, if you do something like rob somebody, beat somebody, steal from someone, rape somebody, well, you're usually punished for it, swiftly, as you should be. Your freedom, your rights taken away. You're locked in a cage until you can learn to be a good person again, or sometimes for the rest of your life. And unfortunately, that has not happened with the Chaz Zone. They have been just left alone to do whatever they want. Now that it's over, more or less, how many arrests do we hear about? 10? 20? Maybe 30 arrests? What about Mr. Raz Simone, the man who received $80,000 in tax money to create art? And this is before the Chaz even got started. What about him? Him and his goons ran around and they killed 2 teenagers the other day. 2 kids. Dead. There's a lot of people around right now that are looking at this and probably thinking to themselves, well, he can do it, and he gets rewarded. Meanwhile, you've got 2 elderly people, or elderly, they're 50s maybe, so 2 older people, defending their territory, defending a property that they built up over the course of 30 years. They bought a house when it was a dilapidated ruin. The Ken and Karen bought a house when it was more or less a dilapidated ruin, fixed it up into the mansion that it is today, and they defend it. They see a bunch of people running around, screaming, laughing, brandishing weapons, and looking for all the world like they're getting ready to drag those people out of their home and beat them in the street, as they have before. And these people are being prosecuted. The people who worked hard their entire lives, built up a property, and are now living peacefully, these people get prosecuted. But the people who murder children on the street and then laugh about it on social media, they're okay. They're just going to be let go. And in fact, they've been given tax money for their own personal projects. It gets to a point where you start asking yourself what we're doing here. As a people, as a country, as a civilization. What are we doing here, really? Because it's not building anything. We're not building anything here. It looks like we're just ripping things down. Ripping things down that should not be ripped down. We are rewarding people in our civilization that build nothing, that tear down, that kill, that brutalize, that intimidate. And they're getting money and leniency from the police. Whereas the productive people, why, they're getting attacked. So what are we doing here? What's going on? Why shouldn't the rest of us run out into the streets and start stealing things and breaking them? Clearly that is what's getting positive attention. If you give people things for their actions, they're very likely to do that again. Likely to repeat that same behavior. Basic human psychology. If you incentivize it, they will do it. And right now what's being incentivized is nothing short pure anarchy. So why are our leaders, our esteemed leaders, that we trust, and not only trust, but pay ludicrous amounts of money and benefits, why are we giving them the reins? Why are we allowing them to keep doing this? What are they trying to do? Now, I don't know exactly what's going on in the White House. It's difficult to know, and I don't have a Twitter page. But the question becomes, why the hell is the local government allowing this to happen? Why is the local government incentivizing this to happen? Why is the local government trying to foment revolution and destruction? And why are they doing it on our dime? Just an interesting question. Why? I'll let you figure that one out. Now, just remember, stay safe and trust no one.